don't really feel there's pressure on him, real pressure. Like, for him, he's playing well as a rookie. You know, he's gotten better every month. People were down on him early because the expectations were so high because of his dad and some of the things Magic Johnson said at the opening press conference. But, you know, basically averaging about 10, 11 points a game, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. That's very good. He's a rookie. Real basketball people, I think, look at him and just say, there's no pressure on him. Let him continue to improve throughout his rookie season, and that's that. The problem, where the pressure comes in, is all the external forces. His dad, LeVar, running his mouth, making these huge statements like he can make LeBron better and LeBron's definitely coming and all that. That puts pressure on you because, again, he wasn't playing that badly early on. He wasn't playing worse than a lot of rookies that you didn't hear about. Guys that even picked ahead of him or right around in the lottery, high lottery, Josh Jackson, De'Aaron Fox. Nobody was killing them saying they were a bust because their dads weren't making these outlandish statements. So that puts pressure on him. Secondly, the Lakers were playing great basketball without him. Mm-hmm. Their best stretch of the season was in January when he was out. That puts a little pressure like, okay, when he comes back, will they play as well with him? And then thirdly, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah believes he should be starting either next to Lonzo or instead of Lonzo. And that is going to put pressure. Having a guy there who wants to come in, put up big numbers, feels like he's better than you, is looking to get a big contract. This is going to test Lonzo's mettle as far as his leadership of that team, as far as his mental toughness. I mean, Isaiah's brash. And he's going to say stuff, and he's going to challenge you, whether it's in practice or just in the game. If he's playing a lot better than you, he may say something. So we're going to see, you know, what Lonzo's made of mentally and emotionally. That's where all the pressure is, I think.
Which is a different pressure that Lonzo's never had to face because he's always been the best player on his team. He's always had his dad's pressure of, you know, being outspoken and talking. He's never had the pressure of a player who finished 4th in the MVP voting not that long ago that is going to be pushing him. So I think that's going to be a unique dynamic for Lonzo to get used to. And I'm interested to see how he responds to it because I think Luke Walton is a little bit of a tricky spot now, too, who's already been criticized by LeVar. And now he's going to have to deal with a really big personality, a guy whose career arc in Isaiah Thomas, who was, hey, I'm about to get paid a boatload of money, to I'm going to go help the Cavs get back to the finals. Then now I'm going to have to back up this rookie. Like, that is a big fall from grace for Isaiah Thomas. And how does that play out as far as the locker room dynamic? I think that's a pressure that Lonzo's never had to deal with.
Yeah, I think that's an important point because it's not just about his numbers now down the stretch of the season, but his leadership and how that matches up with Isaiah Thomas. What's your view of the type of leader that I know he's only a rookie. He's just starting his first year. But considering it's a young team, what's your view on the leadership role that he's taken so far?
Well, I think that, look, he's not that vocal of a guy. And Jason Kidd wasn't vocal either. But you can be a leader by example and with your play. The type of game he has where he's unselfish, he gets other guys involved. You know, Dan, players are going to like that. I mean, they're going to love playing with you if you get them the ball and scoring positions. So that's fine. But I think at some point players will want, like, if you don't look like your own man, if your dad is making controversial statement after controversial statement about the team, maybe about some guys in the locker room, about the head coach, if you don't at some point step up and distance yourself from that with a comment, maybe like when he criticizes Luke Walton, you just come out and say, hey, I love playing for Luke. Just a statement like that. Mm-hmm. You can say something that doesn't offend your dad, but yet shows that you're your own man. If you're not your own man, I think it's going to be tough to lead a locker room of men. And I also think players may be hesitant, not maybe, will be hesitant to confide anything into you if they think, man, it's a 90% chance he's going to tell his dad. Not only will he tell his dad, but but his dad could put it out there to the world, you know, so I think that could be a challenge.
So there's two things I look at Lonzo and I see concern for me. One is the energy he plays with, and he's really nonchalant, almost like too cool. And other players, former players, have criticized him for it. Give me more effort, give me more energy, and maybe if it's out of character, but and especially on the defensive side of the ball, like you've got to give me more, especially as the leader. I don't think you have to be outspoken. You don't want to be phony, but you got to put in more effort for you. The other thing is shooting. Like that was my biggest concern from him coming out of college was the funky motion. Is he able to get it off? And I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if you struggle, but you got to start making some. And he's still struggling, 30% from three. He's got to get better there, or it's going to get much easier for teams to defend him because they're going to sit back and dare you to shoot it and say, all right, go ahead. And instead of backing Luke Walton, he's out dropping bars supporting his dad.
Yeah.
Like still, at this point, after all this craziness. So I think he's got to do something, too, to step up to his dad.
Well, I think it's going to get to a point where does the talent and the production outweigh the distraction? Whether it's Tim Tebow, Colin Kaepernick, whoever, if the talent doesn't outweigh the distraction of your dad, then that's when a team could look to move on.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.